first off, I want to thank Fred for always putting me behind Pamela. A wonderful voice. It's always an inspiration to hear her sing, and it's a pleasure to be here as always. Thank you. It's interesting when you come to a place. We've been here a year and 2 months. A year and 2 months. And the first group that I spoke to after I assumed the position here, the very first group I spoke to was this group. And for that, I will always be grateful. And I want to assure you something. This is a privilege and a pleasure for my wife and I to be here. You have no idea how important you are to us as a company and to me as a person. There are many, many, many good people in this room who do wonderful work for our company every day, who are an inspiration to others, role model for others, and I can't thank you enough for all that you've done. Please know that. We don't always say that other people. And for that, I apologize. But please know, there isn't a person in this room that we don't appreciate for all the many fine things that you do, both in your community and the work that you bring. Our company is kind of going through a change. Perhaps you've heard about it. I hear about it almost hourly. It's one of the rare occasions I don't have my BlackBerry and my cell phone with me because the batteries died on both of them. So I left them at home with a charger so that we can talk. Communications can continue. But as someone explained to me on the phone the other day, if you look at our company's priorities, if you listed them 1 through 10, the merger that we're now involved is 1 through 9. It's the future of our company. It changes fundamentally. It will make us what we've all been knowing that we've been trending to, and that's to become a wireless company. We would be the largest wireless company in the world. So, light on the line? Yes. Much at stake? Yes. The future? Yes. I sat down the other day with a pad and pencil and kind of went through how many people we really, at AT&T, really have here in Connecticut who would be affected in some way or fashion by the success or failure of what we're doing here. We have about 5,600 active employees today. We've got 7,500 retirees here living in the state. And we've got 36,000 people, aside from those of us who work here, who are private citizens who hold stock in AT&T. That's 50,000 people, plus or minus, plus their families. So, do all of us have a stake? Does the state have a stake? Do all of us who have a 401k or a pension from our company have a stake in what's going on here? Absolutely. And I will tell you this, without you, the fine work that you do, it would be very difficult for us to be successful. So please know how much and how very privileged I feel to be with you, how much I appreciate Fred's thoughtfulness in including me. It means the world to us, Sally and I to be included. And please know that each and every day, whether you're still an active employee or whether you, bless you, are a retired employee, how much you mean to us and all that you've brought and what this event is about today. It's wonderful. It deserves our help and our support. And again, Fred, Pamela, maybe I should go before. Thank you all very much.
For today, all the running around. I don't want to stand in front of you and do a lot of talking, so I want to go back to that famous African American tradition of call and response. I want you to stand up, those that are bold enough and confident enough to stand and tell me what is your definition of a trailblazer. So don't all stampede. Just take your time and saunter up with confidence and beauty and take the mic. Who shall?
A trailblazer is someone who has unselfishly reached out to someone newer in the company and helped them along the way, giving them a word of wisdom. Someone who took the time when there was some situation that seems bigger than what you could handle, and they said, let me see if I can help. Trailblazer is someone who's committed to integrity, honesty, and excellent working company.
She not only will tell us what a trailblazer is, but she's one of the reasons we're here today. She participated in nominating someone. So, thank you, Joan.
Hi, how's everyone doing? I'm not used to getting in front of the mic, so forgive me if I'm at a loss for words. But when I got the email asking if we would make nominations for people, I thought of the woman that hired me over 20 years ago. I came in young and dumb, straight out of the military, not knowing what I wanted to do, had no idea what SNET was. But thank goodness for her. She took me in. When I walked into the employment office on Short Street, I was like, I'm not leaving here till they give me a job. I said, I'll climb poles, I'll be, whatever. And she looked at me and she goes, okay, let me just kind of rein this girl in. And she sat me down, and this is what she did. She said, I want you to take these tests. I was like, okay, I'll do whatever you say. just give me the job. So her and another gentleman, and I don't remember what the gentleman's name was, but they sent me through this battery of tests, and I'm like, do I have to take another one? It would seem like every day I was coming in and taking these different tests. And then she said, well, you passed all of those, so we want you to do something else. And I mean, if it wasn't for her guidance and her insight and her drive to say, okay, this is an African-American female, she fits into 3 or 4 different categories. She's a female, she's black, she's a veteran. We're gonna find a spot for her. I don't know where I would be. And I look back and I know when I came out of the military, I was making minimum wage down in Virginia. And when I got this job, I thought I had died and went to heaven. I was like, I make that much money up here? I was like, where have I been? But I wanted to say thank you. She didn't come, and I was just kind of disappointed that I didn't see her face, because I wanted to tell her in person, you get so busy with your life, and you forget to say thank you to those people that you really benefited from. And, I've got 4 children. I managed to raise all 4 of my children and take care of my household. And I don't know where I would be if it wasn't for her taking the time and saying, let me give this girl some direction. So to me, she took the reins when I didn't know what to do with them, and she guided me on the path so that I can stand here today. Thank you.
And now this is the daughter that benefited from the mother benefiting from the trailblazer. Welcome to Samora Howell, and she's Joan's oldest child. So give her a hand, please.
Hi, I used to work for AT&T, and when it was SBC, right before it changed into AT&T, I left the company in 2007, and I think a trailblazer is someone who sees somebody that you may be related to, or somebody that knows you, that can take your hand and guide you into another part of your life. Wanda, who knows my mother and knew my mother when I was applying for the job initially, because I moved to Philadelphia and then I moved back home. And she called my mother and she said, is Samora your daughter? And my mother said yes, and I got the job. And I wasn't expecting to get the job at all. So, because I walked into it and I said, and I worked in information. So I worked for 401 for 4 years. And I think that there are a lot, it used to be a family company, but a Trailblazer is somebody who still instills the family values into whatever company they walk into. And I know that if my mother had made such an impression on many people, as well as them making impressions on her, I would have never gotten a job. I would have been another person who, yeah, I applied, but I didn't get it. But it showed me that even if you work for a large corporation, there is still a family of people who care about you and they want you to do well and succeed. Thank you.